Hi, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys.com, home of technical analysis education. Click the link for a free week trial, no credit card required, and gain access to our multiple live broadcasts daily, community chat room, educational videos, nightly watch lists, and more. Invest in your education and future and join the community today. Hey everybody, looking at gold, and we're going to start with the dollar here because we had a very clear breakdown. We had this 165-cent support where we had bounced off of it 3-4 times. Bullish reaction overnight to the dollar and the Italy referendum. And we had a downtrend resistance line here. After breaking this downtrend resistance line, I zoomed out, drew a new one, and we ended up rejecting right from that level, falling through support. We back tested and rejected from it, and then down to an all-out dump. And we can see, look at all these bear flags. Big dump, bear flag, continuation, bear flag, continuation, bear flag, continuation, potential bear flag. Every time we have pulled back, it's been an all-out dump after the short-term bounce to cool off technicals. So we'll see if that's occurring now as the RSI is just coming off of oversold. So the dollar made a clear bear break, but gold was still struggling. And there was a period this morning where gold and the dollar were both going down at the same time. So gold is still battling this 1170 area, and we've got a downtrend line here on the hourly to be watching. But looking at the daily time frame, this 1170 area has been a battleground the past 3 days, and we have closed above it. The closes have been 1171.27, 1176.84, and the bulls want to close above 1170, ideally above 1170.63. This was the original low back here, and although we have broken this level, we have not closed below that support. So that's the goal for the bulls to close above by the time this daily candlestick closes. But it could just be another bear flag, just like we saw on the dollar hourly chart with these bear flags. That's what it is for gold on the daily. Bear flag, continuation, bear flag, continuation, bear flag, continuation, potential bear flag. So we need to be aware of that pattern. We are on the verge of a bullish MACD cross, but we have to break the lower high pattern on the daily time frame, which would require a break of 1197.46, which was the high of the last bounce attempt. So the gold bulls are absolutely fighting to hold this level, but they are fighting against a very strong bearish force, which has been holding them down for the past week or so. So let's look at what the miners did today. There was a period where gold bounced, and let's look back there. This gold bounce right here with this big bullish reversal hammer, we ended up seeing a bounce from 1157 all the way up to 1175. So essentially an $18 bounce, and at the same time the markets were holding strong. So when both gold and the markets are going in the same direction, the miners benefit. So we did see a higher high, but also a lower low compared to the trading range on Friday. So for NUGT, resistance is now 879 and support is 766. And I would use the range of today when looking at these individual names going forward for the rest of the week. You can see JNUG clearly more bullish. A green close for JNUG. Look at NUGT with the red close. Yet another example where JNUG is more bullish. Higher low and higher high. JNUG is going to test its middle Bollinger Band resistance soon. That's 786 and dropping. We can see we're on the verge of a TCG bull cross when the 4 period crosses the 8 period exponential moving average. So that's worth keeping an eye on as well. And if we get above this middle Bollinger Band, that will be a bullish signal going forward for JNUG. So the bulls are on the verge of that break with that bullish MACD cross on gold. And you can see it showing up here on the miners as they are holding up fairly well. JDST losing the middle Bollinger Band on Friday and back testing and rejecting from it. And Dust still holding that middle Bollinger Band. So yet another example where Dust and JDST show differences just like JNUG and NUGT. If you're playing bullish, you are playing JNUG. And it is, in my opinion, worth watching the bulls because I do feel that they are very close to this bull break. And we're not really seeing it on the shorter term hourly time frames, but I think these miners are showing it a little bit more clearly. And I do like the positioning of JNUG. If we can get over this middle Bollinger Band, we should see a move up to 864 as a very key resistance. And if we break 864, that's pretty much what the bulls are looking for here this week. That would be an extremely bullish week if the bulls could get up to that level. But either way, I am looking for gold to still turn this around because we still are in oversold conditions on the RSI on the daily time frame. And we're staying there for a long time, but we have to remember the dollar was at 13-year highs. So that's obviously going to weigh on the ability for the bulls to turn things around. But now that we have this MACD very close tomorrow's a very important day, and we have to see gold head back up towards the 1180s in order to see this bullish MACD cross follow through and for some continuation for those bull miners. So it's still a little bit iffy in this range if you were in a long-term position and in a bearish position, because that's clearly been the long-term trend over the past month. There isn't a reason to get out yet. I would not be selling my bearish positions, but I would not be entering bearish positions here, as I do feel that the bulls are close to turning this around. So we'll check back in tomorrow. I appreciate you watching. Have a great night.